très ponctuel.
C'est ça.
Du coup, Mathilde, c'est toi qui diffuses les presse?
Oui, alors je les mise dans l'ordre du coup de vos interventions. Si
Hello, welcome everybody to Lingerie Connect, our digital platform for the lingerie community. Today we will come to talk with Mathilde Louberry. She's a personalized stylist and founder at Imperfection. She will explain you what is Imperfection. And we are very happy to welcome her guest, Corinne Andrier. She works for Sans Complexe, and Mélanie Zitouni, founder at Lolo Paris. So, ladies, I give you the floor, and I wish you a very good time all together. Thank you.
Thank you, Cécile. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Mathilde Louberry. I am a personal stylist, and I basically help women to love their body thanks to their clothes. I also created the Imperfection, or Imperfection, I love to pronounce it in English, podcast that you may, by the way, find on Lingerie Connect this year. Anyway, with me today, Corinne Duquin-Andrier, the Marketing and Offer Director at Sans Complexe Lingerie, and Melissa Zitouni, co-founder of Lolo Paris. These two brands weren't chosen randomly at all, because both their values are very body positive. And we are gathered today to talk about the lingerie brand's commitment to women. And so some of you may perhaps remember that last year we were gathered to debate about inclusiveness, which we considered as the new cornerstone of the customer experience. But in a post-Me Too world, and especially in a post-2020 world, and especially with the no-bra trend, the lingerie consumer habits have changed. And I would like us today to talk more broadly about the lingerie brand's commitment to women, not only their commitments to their clients' body, comfort, and satisfaction, but also to their commitment to their employees' working conditions, and of course, their commitment to the planet. So first of all, I am gonna ask my guests to introduce themselves and to present their brands. Corinne, if you please.
Sure. Hi, good afternoon, everybody. So for those who don't know Sans Complexe, it's quite a young brand because it's like over 20 years old, so still quite young. It was created in 1998 by Lingerie Group, founded in 1947. And really the reason for launching this brand is tapping in an unmet need, which is about larger cups. The founder realized there was a vision about these women who have larger cups, so ample bosom, as you would say, who have great needs in terms of lingerie and bras, because definitely you want to have comfort, you need strong hold, and as any woman who likes lingerie, you want to find rich variety of choice, which wasn't the case. In reality, when we launched 20 years ago, despite the fact that women with large cups actually was already, I think, almost a majority of women, we used to have an average big cup size maybe 30 years ago, but bodies have been changing and women have today, let's say, wider cups. And despite the fact that there's a lot of choice in the market, a lot of different styles, it's very difficult to find the right size when you move up into cups. So there was a very, very deep frustration about those women who didn't find what they needed, what they wanted. And so they had to compromise. Either they were buying always the same bra, so boring. Either they would find fantastic comfort, but it was an ugly bra. Either they needed to spend a lot of money. This is the reason why we did launch Sans Complexe, offering great quality lingerie, real cosmetry, that allows a woman to have the level of comfort and of hold that you require when you have a C cup or more, because we're dedicated to C to G cups, and this with an affordable price. So it's really about democratizing, allowing all women with larger cups to find what they need, what they want. And maybe just to finish on the presentation of the brand, for those who don't speak French, complex, it actually means something. It means no complex. It's about being uninhibited. It's, you know, zero complex. You can allow yourself everything, be yourself. Allow yourself to wear sexy lingerie, even if you have a G cup. And this is what the brand is about. And this is why we tend to say that we are body positive by essence, because it's really within the name of, within the mission of the brand.
Yeah,
Voilà.
from the very beginning then. Okay.
Yeah, from the beginning. It's been 20 years. Now I know we talk a lot about body positivity, and it's very much into into fashion, but we were a pioneer.
Okay, and Melissa, can you tell us about Lolo Lingerie? We can't hear you.
Sorry. Hello, Melissa. Hello, everybody. I'm Melissa, the co-founder of Lolo Paris. Lolo Paris is a very young brand. We created with Océane in 2018, just before the COVID. We can call it a startup because we are working to improve the bra with a lot of innovation. So I can just explain you what we are doing exactly. So we are working on the different sizes because we noticed a big problem with bra. In fact, actually 80% of women have problem with their bra. They have a problem of comfort, or they have difficulty finding their size in a traditional lingerie brand. So we look a concrete solution to this problem. I'm not a modeler, I'm not a designer, I'm an engineer. So we looked at a concrete solution with innovation, and we created an algorithm which is selected the right size for the client. So actually we have 57 possibilities, 57 size, and our algorithm choose the right size for the client.
Okay, and can you tell a word about your co-creation process?
Yes, sure. We develop not a lot of models. Only we have only 2 models because we prefer to develop a lot of sizes and work a lot on each model and test each size on real client, real women. And for each model, we are doing a process of co-creation. So we have a big community on Instagram and by email, and these women are choosing the new product to launch.
Okay, very interesting. And what didn't you find in any other lingerie brand, actually?
What I didn't find in the other brands is innovation. Because we created the bra 100 years ago, and there is not a lot of innovation in this market. And
Sans complexe.
yeah, sure. And we also noticed that traditional brands are forgetting about the technical product, because the bra is very technical. We have more than 45 pieces in one model. We have more than 15 materials in one model. So we have a very long manufacturing times, and I don't talk about some complex, but a lot of brands are forgetting the quality because due to the phenomenon of fast fashion, the brands create new collection all the time to propose a diversity of models, diversity of colors, but that they forget a little bit the primary function of the bra, which is to maintain the breast. So this is what I didn't find in the other brands, and that's why we created Lolo.
Okay, and how do you succeed in having one bra for every morphologies?
For the first model, we work on it almost 2 years. So we created prototypes with expert lingerie, and we test every size with a real woman. So the little size are not very complicated to do. What is more complicated is when we are doing D, E, or G cup. It's really more complicated because the breasts are bigger, and the function of maintain is really important. So we do one by one and until almost G cup, yes.
Okay, and do you want to talk more about the slides you send it to me here?
Yes, sure. Maybe I can explain the experience. So we created an innovative experience. Our brand is 100% digital. We don't have any point of sales. So you just have to connect to our website, lolo.paris, and if you can just switch to the overrun with the steps 1, 2, 3.
Here.
Yeah. So first step, you choose your model. So actually, we don't have a lot of model, only 2 models of bra and 3 models of panties. Step 2, you take your measure. So we need 6 measure on the chest. You just need a tape measure to take them. And step 3, we analyze your morphology, and our algorithm select the best size among our 57 possibilities.
Okay, great. Okay, let's talk about both your commitments towards your clients first. Corinne, may you tell us what are your levels of commitment to your clients, and how do they concretely come alive into your products, your customer experience, and your communication, for example?
Sound on. Yeah, well, the first commitment that we have, maybe it was in previous slides anyway, it's linked to the main benefit that we deliver. It's okay, don't worry. It's really about ensuring that the first need, which is comfort, you need to feel well, good in your bra, and that you have a good hold. When you have a cup C and upwards, this is the first fundamental need. So as I can only emphasize what Melissa was saying, all the development of the structure of the bra and all the fitting process is really critical into ensuring that women are going to feel well, feel comfortable in the bra. So we do all this in our atelier in Strasbourg, where it is based. The development upfront is made there. So that's the first commitment, is to deliver consistent quality with all our different styles that ensure irreproachable comfort and hold. The second one is the key of the promise of Sans Complexe, which is about offering a wide choice, variety. So it's true that, yes, there are a lot of novelties within our ranges, because we want to ensure to provide them. You see here on the slide, there's colorful prints, a lot of different laces, colorful laces, but also invisible products, basically answering to all the needs of larger cups women. And again, the last thing we focus on is the price, because we want to make sure that all women can afford to have this great quality lingerie. So that we say is really in the product, consistent, great quality at affordable price. And then the emotion, I call it the emotional benefit, but it's a commitment to women, is to make sure that the lingerie we deliver is making them feel good. They look good, they feel good, and this is what Sans Complexe is about. It's about being uninhibited, and it's about being positive about yourself, about your image. And yes, you may have curves all over the place on your body, but it's okay. And if you find the lingerie that makes you look good, honestly, it also enables you to feel good as well. So in all our communication, we try to connect to women so that what they see is relevant to them, that it echoes to their own body, to their own experience. Because it's true that in the past, you know, the different models that you could see were very far from, I would say, normal women, normal standards. So we try in the models that we choose, well, it's not easy because we need to find models who have large cups, and it's not easy. Not a lot of women have large cups, so we need to find those. And then different types of bodies, different types of colors, shapes, to be as close as possible to every kind of woman that they can, you know, connect to those that we show. So in the pictures that we have on our site on sanscomplexe.com, we try to give more choice. So it means doing more pictures. We try to improve in that aspect. It's not yet ideal, but we try to add more models, more bodies. And in our type of communication as well, I was telling you, joking, that we're kind of pioneers in body positivity, but it's kind of true, because the first, I think the first advertising that the brand did, that was in 2010, something like that. The slogan was saying, it was showing actually a curvy woman, which was unusual at that time to see curvy, almost half naked, you know, in lingerie. And it was a poster in the streets, and it was, you've seen it?
At least in France.
And it was
unusual.
Yes, in France, but in 2010, not now.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
it was saying top model sizes is outdated, you know, in big, like, you know, this is out of fashion, top model sizes, forget it. So it's true that we have always had this kind of communication, and we continue today. So today, so apart from the models on our site, we also have a kind of corporate campaign where we have our model that you see here, Yoel, and so it's in French. It says, j'ai des seins, et alors? It's impossible to translate, but basically it means, okay, I have
big boobs.
Breasts, meaning big boobs. What? What's the big deal? I've got big boobs, and so what? It doesn't matter if I want to. If I should be able to also find the kind of choice I want. I should be able to wear sexy lingerie if I want. I should be able to do sports. I should be able to show myself and to be proud about my body. This is basically what it means in the tagline. And all the communication we've been doing a lot, especially on social networks, is about this body positive attitude. And we launched a campaign called Je kill mon complexe, hashtag Je kill mon complexe, meaning I kill my complex. And we asked, so that's the advertising, the poster that was in the streets and in the magazines. And on Instagram and Facebook, we did this campaign with the influencers about killing their complex. And we asked influencers who actually are body positive influencers and really who believe and who really want to promote this thing about, you know, woman, love your bodies, don't be ashamed of it, have no complex, overcome your complex. And these influencers have been sharing their own personal experience, and it was great because it was, each of them had a different experience. Some of them had been ashamed when they're younger, others were showing too much of it, and each of them was talking to their community and telling them, you know, come on, come, you know, participate to this move, kill your complex. So that was the first campaign we did. And this year we're going to emphasize this message, but in a more positive way. So it's no more about killing your complex, but je suis sans complexe. I am with no complex. I am without complex and uninhibited. And we are trying to promote, you know, this body positivity and encourage women to feel good about their bodies.
Okay, thank you, Corinne. Melissa, what are your levels of commitment to your clients, and how do they come alive into your communications as well as in your products and customer experience?
So our mission is to sublimate all women and whatever their morphology without any discrimination of age, of weight, or breast size. For this, we have worked not only on the representation, because yes, we have selected models with small breast, large breast. Some of them are muscular, coated. We also have a woman over 50 years old, like you can see on the presentation. We also select white women, black women, women with skin disease. We really try to show diversity and how this diversity is beautiful. So we are talking about multiple beauties. But beyond this representation, which is important, we try to bring a real solution with a product decline in 67 possibilities. Because I agree with Corinne that now a lot of brands are showing more diversity in their models, and this is a very cool, and I'm very happy with that. But the thing which is missing is the diversity of size. So we are trying to show diversity and to bring a concrete solution with a product.
Okay, thank you. And how do you both choose your photo models?
For us, it's quite original because our models are not professional. Their modeling is not their profession. They are women from real life. So they like photography. They are very comfortable with their body, and they like the project, and they want to talk about body positive, and that's why they are working with us, but that they are not professional.
Okay, and why this choice?
At the beginning, it wasn't really a choice because we contact modeling agents, and we ask them a curvy woman, and they answer to us, it's not possible. This woman has not the body for the lingerie. So I was really shocked. So I tried to find models by myself, and as we are a very young structure, we don't have a lot of budget. So we talk about the project in our friends and everybody, and we find one woman, two women, and now it's really easier because we have a big community on Instagram, and we are launching a campaign on Instagram. We want to be our future model, and it's worked quite well.
Okay, great. Corinne, are your models professional or?
I have to say the same. That actually, no, we have mainly professional models. Oh, can you hear me? I think my connection is not that good. Yeah, because we have this constraint of, as I was saying, larger cups. Yeah. So it's we need to do through a professional agency. And also we have a lot of pictures because we have very, very big collections. And like Melissa, we don't have 2 lines, but we have actually many, many, many lines. And we have hundreds of pictures to be taken. And it's difficult to ask this to a non-professional. You really need to be a professional to be able to do 40, 50 shots in a day. So therefore, through agencies. Now, this being said, more and more we have those on social networks, influencers, who, because they like the products, they post themselves, and we regram. So it's not used on our official catalog, but of course we're very happy when actually our other influencers are actually our consumers, and we can share other types of bodies. These young ladies here are, yeah, not all of them are, yeah, all 90%. Okay. One is not a professional, but all of them are professional. Yeah, they're professional. But these, half of them are homemade shootings, because of the COVID. So we also did a lot of homemade shooting. So we sell the products. Now we know these young women, and they do it very happily. They do it at home.
Okay, great. Okay, so anything to add for your commitments to your clients? Anyone?
But the other commitments are overall commitments. So I don't know if you want.
We don't hear you very well.
Jump into that, Mathilde, or it's to clients.
We didn't hear you, but I think I understood. Okay, we can go through your commitments to your employees if you want to.
Or the wider commitments anyway. Why I wanted to mention the commitments is something, we are an engaged company, group and brand, but it is true that we never until now communicated behind what we were doing, because we're a small-sized company. We're PME, it's a small-sized company. We're about 120, not much. We do things at human scale, and we have been very active in our commitments, but we never shared them because we want first to do and then to talk. So now I think we're ready. We developed a small logo just to encapsulate our CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility Program. It's called We Act, because really we believe that our commitments only talk through our acts. And behind all this program, I'm not going to detail you everything, but there are the commitments towards women, because this is the essence of our core business. I already talked about what we do in lingerie and about body positivity, but it's also behind the women's causes. So we have chosen to support, of course, like I think a lot of brands and more, and that's a good thing, Pink October, which is the fight against breast cancer. We have been now supporting the cause for 2-3 years. And it's really something we want to dedicate to a cause on the long run. We don't want this to be a one shot, to be this, like 1 week a year or 1 month a year. We want this to be a true commitment. So we did a lot last year trying to promote the communication behind the early testing. So we did an influencing campaign. We also did an internal campaign with our employees where they really participated, and we did a small movie showing how to do when you do your own testing. So this is something, of course, that we're really involved in, and we will, of course, being a lingerie brand, that we're trying to develop a line for a woman who have suffered from breast cancer
Okay.
and had to have an operation. So this it takes a bit of time because we want to, of course, it's very technical product. So I think we won't be able to deliver before 2022 or 23, but it's really something we're in the long run behind it. The other commitments that are linked to the lingerie are, of course, all the commitments linked to the fabrics. Because lingerie is close to the body. So it is true that it's very important for us to work on more responsible fabrics. So for example, cotton, I'm happy to say that from next year, all the cotton that we use in our lingerie, especially we have cotton briefs, we have some bra lines that are using cotton, will be using only organic cotton. So that's from this year, 2021. We're going to be launching our first lines with recycled fibers. It's not easy because you need to find the right sourcing, but it's really something we want to increase in our collection. So all our swimwear this year is using recycled fibers. And we're launching our first lace bra with recycled fiber. And on top of that, all the collection in 2021 will have this label Ecotex. So I think that most of the people working in textile, they know what Ecotex is, but for those who don't know it, it's an internationally recognized certificate label saying that this product has been tested against bad ingredients or products. So it's been tested, but a recognized international label. Now, most of the products I think in textile are going to be wearing this label, Ecotex, saying, you know, it's safe. You can put it on your skin. It's been tested. It's absolutely safe. So we are committed to do all this on the long run. Transparency, of course, being able to say, you know, where the product comes from, how it's been manufactured, etc., etc. It's a really full commitment for final consumer, but also with our partners, working with partners that are reliable, that have the same quality standards as us, that respect their employees. So we're very strict on that. We ask them, we have audits, regular audits, and we have certificates that are very demanding. And the partners that we work with are long-term partners. They need to be on the same ethical chart as we use. So basically kind of a very heavy but truthful, really engaging program where we're deeply committed to deliver on all those aspects, to be a more responsible brand and deliver more responsible lingerie. Yeah.
And do you think it's more important than ever to be committed towards all your everyone, basically, in 2021?
Yeah, absolutely. We have seen, it's funny because all those trends, you could see a little signs of those trends emerging a few years ago, but it seems that the past 1 year, 2 years, everything has been exploding, like body positivity, the conscience, the conscience of, you know, the environment, the importance of the environment, the importance of being more responsible and the way we consume things. Suddenly everything is bursting out, which is a very good thing because it is accelerating the changes. So to me, we see that now there's no choice. There's no coming backwards and nobody can escape. All the distributors, all the brands, everybody needs to be committed towards that. It's something that the consumers expect. They're not willing to pay more for that. They expect it. It's a new standard. So yeah, definitely now it's a must and it's a standard. I agree.
Okay. And Melissa, what are your commitments to your employees, to your suppliers, to everyone?
So I can't really talk about employees because we don't have. We are a really young brand. Only 2 employees, me and my partners, Ocean. But sometimes we have some people, but in freelance or internship. But I can talk about overcommitments. We have a big commitment for environment. It's not the topic number 1 of the brand because it was for us very important to do the things better. So actually we are very challenging with our suppliers. We are not perfect, but we are very transparent. So each customer knows the origin of each materials. Actually, we have chosen only European suppliers. They are French, Italian, and Spanish. They all have the Ecotex certification. We know that there are very good suppliers elsewhere and in Asia, for example, but we wanted to privilege proximity to limit the carbon impact. So that's why we choose only French, Italian, and Spanish suppliers. Also, we are working with recycled lace. It's our main material, and it's coming from Italy. And this recycled fiber is consuming 80% less of water and 90% less of carbon. That's a classic lace. So it's really important because what is complicated in lingerie product is that the materials are technical and unfortunately they are synthetic, and synthetic materials are very polluting. So we try to find alternatives to limit the impact, but there is still a lot of progress to do. And moreover, the bra is a product which how to say it? To recycle a bra, it's very complicated because it has too many different materials, and also it is very little valorized in the second-hand circuit. So that's why we try to use respectful materials for the environment. And also we are our confection, our atelier is in Europe. Actually, it's Poland. Is in Poland, and on our website we are for each product you can see where each material is coming from and where the product is created.
Okay, bravo. Okay, and I'm curious to know if you two brands are supporting some associations. I think I heard that you were.
I go. So with Lolo, we have supported an association during a Pink October for the fight against breast cancer. So the association is called Vivre comme avant. It means live as before. It's an association that help women who are victims of cancer, and they're offering them care and activities. So during the whole period of October, for each order placed on our website, we donated 5 euros to the association. So we commit the client with us in the action. And we would like to get involved in the subject of girls' education in France, but also abroad. So we don't know how exactly for the moment, but we are trying to find an association and to give visibility in Instagram. And more generally, we try also to commit about a woman topic. So we are talking about women topic in Instagram about, for example, last year we talk about taboos of women, and we try to give visibility to engage a woman or something like that.
Okay, thank you. Corinne?
Yes, I already mentioned Octobre Rose, but the association we're supporting is called Ruban Rose, so pink ribbon. Same as Melissa, we give 5 euros per bra sold on our website during the whole month of October. We will do more this year. We will also do stuff outside of our internet site, also because we sell products in other networks, so we'll also participate there. And we promote, as I was saying, we try to push and encourage women to test, do early testing to check about their breasts. So we will do some campaigns online. We also are developing a partnership in another area with l'Agence Nationale du Don, because you know, when you're in textile and in lingerie, it's the same. We have some overstocks, yes. So rather than destroying them or selling them, we use some of this overstock to give away to this association for women who are in need, who don't have the means to buy a necessity, you know, first necessity things,
Yeah.
such as bras. So we're trying to participate to other things.
Okay, great. Any other commitments you want to talk about? You both.
We are very talking. Sorry, you go, Corinne.
Well, no, I'm searching what other commitments. No, I forgot to talk about employees. I think my colleagues will kill me. We do a lot of stuff for. So yeah, because we have 75% of employees who are women. I want to say that because we talk a lot about diversity, you know, and giving room to women. Very soon it's going to be the 8th of March. We're going to be talking about women's rights, and so it's a subject. I must say we are lucky enough to have a strong bias for women in our company, because well, we do lingerie, and some of those know-hows. Well, there are a lot of women working in this area. I must say they're not only our employees, they're also the consumers of the brand. This is why also we have this know-how and the fitting. They know what they're talking about. They're the first users, and our responsibility as an employer, of course, to make sure that the working conditions are you know, just right conditions where people can be developed, have a balanced life, are treated with respect. This seems to be, you know, quite natural, but I know that I think it's really essential that we are very vigilant on all those aspects, and that we make sure that we provide the environment that we provide the environment that is right for the people who work with us. So yeah, it's one of our commitments in our program, CSR program.
Okay.
We act for employees, indeed.
Okay. And Melissa, any other commitments you want to talk about?
Actually, not really. We are really focused on women and impact on the environment. For employees, I hope we will have some employees soon, and we will work on the topic. And especially, our dream is to have a parity in the team. But it's very complicated because the lingerie is we have more person interested which are women than men, so it's really complicated. But we want to try to have the parity in the team.
Okay, great.
It's also a topic for men. It's important.
Yeah. And Melissa, why do you think it's more important than ever to be a committed brand towards women today?
Why it's important?
Yes, more than ever, and more than in 2020 or 2019, for example.
For me, it's a complicated question because we didn't really change anything about the brand even after the COVID in 2020. So, but yes, I think now it's compulsory to be committed, but we have to be aware, and especially for the big companies and big brands, to really do concrete action and not to focus only on the communication. So what is interesting with Sans Complexe, for example, is that it's a committed brand, but they didn't really communicated on that before, and now they communicated. So it's really interesting because there are a lot of brands who are doing the other thing. So they don't act, but they communicated.
Yeah.
So yes, we have to be aware.
Okay. And Corinne, did last year have an impact on your commitments or not whatsoever? Corinne, do you hear us? I don't think so.
We lost.
Okay, I'm gonna. She's here.
Of connection.
Yeah, I was just asking you, this last year, did this last year have an impact on any commitment of yours or not whatsoever?
Yes, actually, yes. I didn't think about this question. Yeah, it did. It accelerated actually some developments we did in terms of products, because we saw that this year.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? The connection is okay?
No, it's okay. I didn't understand the product. Yeah, okay.
We realized that the demand was booming, of course, on online sales, but we already were committed to be able to distribute our brand and our products across. We really want to be available everywhere. So we are sold in physical products. We're also sold online, but it did accelerate digital growth. It's true. In terms of product development, what we saw is a booming demand in terms of wireless bras, which wasn't necessarily expected, because when you have larger cups, hold is really important. So you cannot afford to really be without a bra. But there was this demand, so we increased the number of wireless bras that we're developing that can offer absolute comfort and freedom of move, but you still have the feeling that you have some hold, because it's still very important. Even if you want to stay at home and be comfortable, you still need to have this level of hold, because it also delivers your comfort. Okay. Some women have the opposite requirement. They need a bra to actually be comfortable, because their breast is so important. Sometimes some of them even sleep with a bra. So for some sizes, it's not a question of bra or no bra, but it's really about what makes me feel comfortable. Some of them will ask wireless, some of them will ask no bra, and some of them will say, I need a bra to feel comfortable.
That was the question I was gonna ask eventually, bra or no bra for each of you.
Yes, I completely understand with Corinne about wireless bra. It was a demand as well in our community, but what is complicated is to have a bra with hold, even if they don't have a wire. So we also work on this kind of model, and we just launched it in January, and it was a very big challenge because for a big size, it was complicated to find the good way to produce it. And that's true that during 2020, we talk a lot about no bra because women are looking for comfort. I think both are possible. I believe that every woman should be free to wear a bra or not. And for those who want to wear one, but who are tired or not finding their size, and who have problems of discomfort, we are trying to offer a solution.
Yeah. And Corinne, do you agree? Do you think the same?
Well, bra or no bra, as I said, for my consumers, it's very particular because they all are above C cup. So some of them, especially younger ones, they have very firm, nice, big boobs, but holding together on their own. It's not the case of everybody, so it's really it's quite personal. But I would tend to say that most large cups, women with large cups, tend to keep their bra. I know there was a lot of talk about this. I saw all the buzz in the media, now with the confinement, women are throwing away their bra. It was a nice buzz, but the reality of the figures, I looked at the survey, and you used to have in the past, before confinement, you had 3% of women wearing no bra. And after the first 2 months of confinement, you had 7%. So it's not like a huge explosion. And then when you look into the cups numbers, you realize that, of course, it's cup A, cup B that can allow themselves to throw away their bra. And whenever you looked into the deeper cups, larger cups, it wasn't so much the case. So again, I would tend to say it's not a question of principle, it's a question of comfort. And there it depends on the, your body, and your perception. Each woman has her own perception and level of comfort requirement.
Okay, and last question for you both. Would you prefer body positive or body okay?
I'm going to answer body positive on my side because body okay. Actually, a lot of women are talking now about body neutral, but on our side, for some complex, it's more about body positivity, because what we provide is really very lively, colorful, bras that make women look good and feel great. So it's really about being positive about your body. But I understand body okay or body neutral. I would tend to be personally on that side, but the brand Sans Complexe is more on body positivity.
Okay. Melissa?
Yes, actually, we still talk about body positive because unfortunately, society and mentalities take time to change. And today, we have to communicate in a strong way on this subject. But I hope with the time, the body positive will become the body okay. And this social pressure on the body and its physical representation should no longer exist. And maybe in the future, when we talk about bodies, we only talk about health and not about physical representation. But actually, we still need to talk about body positive.
Okay, perfect. That's a perfect way to end our webinar. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Mathilde.
Thank you very much for inviting.
Do we have some questions in the audience? I don't know if I can. No.
No, there is no question for the moment. Thank you very much, girls, for this very interesting and very rich talks about your commitments, about the body positive. Thank you, Mathilde, with your question and with your dynamism. And do not hesitate to continue to visit the Lingerie Connect and to visit the beautiful collection of Sans Complexe online for this special edition of the Salon de la Lingerie. And take care of you all. Thank you very much again. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.